There are no facts to dispute before this court. I see no evidence that has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction. The state is a fictitious plaintiff. The state of isn't here to testify. No injured man or woman is present before this court to provide firsthand knowledge. I am acting as surety for the named principal to contest jurisdiction. I am aware this is a taxable event and an excise tax is owed, and I want to be in compliance with the IRS code.
Probation will be a waste of time in this matter, so I will revoke and remand you to serve your sentence, take her into custody.
All right. $1,200 every minute I'm in jail.
All right, folks. Today we've got another self-proclaimed legal expert in court. This time it's someone violating her probation due to drug use. Instead of doing the smart thing and getting a public defender like most people would, she's decided to represent herself. And well, you can probably guess how that's going to turn out. Now, in my opinion, I don't think she's a true sovereign citizen, more like someone who found one of those scripts online and thought it was a good idea to run with it. But I want to hear what you think. Is she genuinely buying into this ideology, or is she just playing pretend? If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive in. Want it more sarcastic or more professional?
Your Honor, this comes before the court today on a probation violation hearing. And it's the intent of the defendant at this time to stipulate. And I do believe there's a agreed sentence, as you would say in this case.
All right. Ms. Clark, you've heard the announcement of your attorney. Is that what you want to do? Admit to the violations?
No, actually, I'm gonna make a motion for my attorney to withdraw. I got this myself.
Oh, okay. What's the reason for that?
I just want to represent myself.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody give her a waiver of attorney form. Okay. It's muted for some reason. All right. Well, I've already gone over these rights with you, so you should understand them, but you have the right to hire your own attorney. If you can't afford to hire an attorney, I've already appointed one. You qualified. You do have the right to represent yourself as well. And that's what you want to do today?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you want to waive your right to an attorney, when we do this, you have to follow the rules of procedure and evidence, just as if you're an attorney. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does anyone promise you anything or threaten with anything to get you to waive your right to an attorney?
No, sir.
All right. Looks like you've already signed it and sent it in here. Did you understand this form you signed?
Yes, sir.
I'll accept your waiver and allow you to represent yourself. All right. Are you wanting to stipulate to the violations, or do you want a contested hearing?
I'm gonna contest it.
All right. Mr. Hollis here.
Yes, Judge, I can grab him real quick.
Okay. Okay, state has the burden. Any opening statement, Mr. Marcinski?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, any opening statement?
No.
Well, there goes any real chance she had at defending herself. Honestly, I'm surprised this genius hasn't busted out one of those classic sovereign citizen scripts yet. You know, the ones where they claim the court has no jurisdiction or that they're a living being not subject to the law. Thankfully, she didn't go down that rabbit hole, so at least we're spared that nonsense. For now. But here's the thing. When you're representing yourself, your opening statement actually matters. It's your one shot to set the tone. Explain your side and try to convince the judge that you're at least somewhat sane, skipping it or completely botching it. That's basically saying, yeah, I've got nothing. If you're gonna play lawyer, at least say something. Let me know what you guys think so far. Now let's dive back in. Want me to tweak the tone even more? I can go edgier, funnier, or more serious depending on your style.
All right. State may call this first witness.
Thank you, sir. The state would call Court Service Officer Christopher Hollis. Sir, will you please state your name for the record?
Chris Hollis. I'm a court services officer.
In that job occupation, were you assigned the supervision of a Miss Ashley Clark? That supervision being for an endangering a child underlying 12-month sentence?
That is correct.
On May 18th of this year, 2023, did you test Miss Clark for the presence of drugs?
Yes,
And what was the result of that UA sample from Ms. Clark?
it was positive for methamphetamine.
So her
stating that
UA
she-
was positive for methamphetamines, and she also, in response to that positive UA test, signed in a statement of admission of using methamphetamines.
That's correct.
Did you order her to report on June 2nd, 2023?
I did.
And did she appear on that day?
She did not.
Has she appeared or reported to you since that time?
No,
Sometime after May 24th of 2023, were you advised by local authorities of her being arrested for a new crime?
yes, and I did. I received that, and apparently she has new charges.
To your knowledge or to the notes, did Ms. Clark ever report that negative law enforcement contact with your office?
No, she did not.
That will be my questions for Mr. Hollis at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Clark, do you have any questions for Mr. Hollis?
No,
All right, do you have any further evidence or witnesses, Mr. Marcinski?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I do not.
All right, Ms. Clark, you have time to, now it's your turn to present any evidence if you want to. Do you wish to present any evidence?
right now I see no evidence. This has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction.
If you want to present any evidence, do you want to present any evidence?
Does anyone else feel a little bad for this girl? Yeah, sure, she's a criminal and probably not the greatest person, but watching her get humiliated like this in public, honestly, it's cringeworthy. I'm kind of uncomfortable for her right now, but then again, I don't feel too bad because she had a clear way out. An attorney was literally sitting right next to her, and she just dismissed him like it was nothing. I really don't understand why sovereign citizens choose this path. Why go down this road? It makes zero sense. Her attorney was free and seemed ready to help. He was just sitting there sipping his coffee, looking relaxed. So yeah, I'm struggling to get it. Do you guys feel any remorse for her, or do you think she's just getting exactly what she deserves? Let's dive back in though, because it looks like she's about to get the hammer dropped on her. How's that? Let me know if you want any further tweaks.
No? Okay. Well then, closing argument, Mr. Marcinski?
Your Honor, at this time, the state believes it is shown by a preponderance of the evidence that Ms. Clark is in violation of her probation and conditions of probation imposed by the court therein. The state's going to ask that you find that she is in violation of that probation. The state would point out that this is a misdemeanor probation for endangering a child. Therefore, Ms. Clark is entitled to no graduated sanctions, intermediate sanctions, or other relief set forth by the legislature on felony probations. Due to the litany of violations, the continued drug use, the failure to follow through with her treatment requirements, the state believes that she's shown that she's not amenable to probation and would recommend the court revoke and remand her to serve her underlying sentence.
All right, Ms. Clark, closing argument?
There are no facts to dispute before this court. I see no evidence that has the needed personal subject matter jurisdiction. The state is a fictitious plaintiff. The state of isn't here to testify. No injured man or woman is present before this court to provide firsthand knowledge. I am acting as surety for the named principal to contest jurisdiction. I am aware this is a taxable event and an excise tax is owed, and I want to be in compliance with the IRS code.
Okay. It'll be the order and judgment of this court. Well, first of all, I'll make my findings. The state's shown by preponderance of the evidence that you violated probation in this case using methamphetamine around the 18th, as evidenced by the 18th of May this year, as evidenced by the positive UA and the admission. Also find that you failed to report in violation of probation as alleged. That would be the June 2nd, 2023 date. You failed to successfully complete outpatient treatment at Summer Mental Health as ordered by the court, so I find you violated probation there as well. You also failed to report law enforcement contact within the business day in violation of the orders of probation. You have violated it does in a very substantial way. I will go ahead. It appears as if probation will be a waste of time in this matter, so I will revoke and remand you to serve your sentence, take her into custody.
All right. $1,200 every minute I'm in jail.
$200 for every minute this sovereign citizen spends in jail. Really? This person actually thinks she deserves to be free after endangering her child, continuing her drug abuse, and being a terrible parent? Come on, she's already violated her probation, and now she's trying to argue that she should get paid to be in jail. The level of delusion here is off the charts. Honestly, I take back what I said about feeling bad for her. When you break probation and endanger a child, jail is the least of your worries. She absolutely deserves to be there. And on top of that, I think she should have been held in contempt for that snarky comment she made before getting arrested. It wasn't just disrespectful, it was borderline threatening. It wasn't technically a threat, but it was a rude remark to a judge. And that kind of behavior should never slide. Sovereign citizens like her seem to think that by rejecting the court's authority, they somehow have the right to demand money from the system for their time behind bars. It's pure fantasy. In reality, this woman has violated her probation and is facing the consequences. There's no payout for that. She doesn't get to hold the state hostage for her own criminal behavior. She's not some martyr being wronged by the system. The only thing she's owed is her sentence. This pay me to be in jail nonsense is just another example of how sovereign citizens think they can make up their own rules. Alright, now that we've seen this mess unfold, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think she's got any shot of getting out of this? Or is she totally screwed? And also, is there any chance she's actually getting that $200 per minute? There's just no way. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Appreciate you all. Take care. How does this sound? Let me know if you need any more adjustments.